Welcome back, everybody. I think I got my voice back, so I think we're good to go. We are going to create our second layout, and this one we're doing the stamping on. So grab your January stamp of the month. We're going to do kind of what we did with the cards on this page, and I'm trying to think what else we need to do. We are going to edge around the outside of this mulberry, and look, I actually have photos to add to this page, so I'm excited to get some of my daughter's dance pictures done. So let's go ahead and prep a little bit. We are going to stamp the images on this white piece of cardstock, and let me grab, I need my intense black ink. And let's see, where did I just had it. There it is. I'm like, where did it go? Okay, so we are going to stamp a couple of these images on this page. And then we'll cut it out with our thin cut machine. Okay, so we will need the large flower right here. And make sure you give yourself enough room to cut it out afterwards. We're going to color them and then cut them. So you want to make sure you give yourself enough space to do that. And let's go ahead and stamp this image. And yes, I'm doing it sideways, but that's okay. Okay. And then we will need this flower, this one right here. So I'm kind of stamping them in order so I can remember what we need. Okay, stamp that off to the side. And then we'll need this smaller one as well. Grab that. And we can put them kind of by each other because we're going to ink those the same. Okay, and then there's an extra two of the, oops. I'm gonna stamp these two leaves. I'm going to put them kind of far away on the block, but we can add those down here. All right, and then we have our big floral. All right, stamp that. And then we're going to add a little, this one right here, this leaf, it's a little bit thinner. And I'll add that down here with these guys. Okay, so I think I got them all. And now we can color them with our Distress Oxides. So I am using Victorian Velvet and Rustic Wilderness. If you do not have those, you can substitute for whatever colors you have that will match. Sage matches this green, and also Seabrook I think is pretty close. I didn't pick a color for, you could do mulberry. I bet mulberry would look just fine. So I'm going to lightly color over the flowers. If the more you press, the darker it's going to be. So if you want it to be light, just lightly rub it on there. If you want it to be darker, you push a little bit harder. And this one's easy. We can just go right over that. Same with this one. And then let's do these flowers right here. And I'm using Close to My Heart's blending brushes. They are awesome. They make everything look nice and smooth. Just really pretty. Okay, so let's add some of the green. Same thing, we're just going to go right over the top of those. We used Rustic Wilderness, oh, it wasn't last month. We used it, was that December we used it? So if you have it in your stash, but unfortunately it's not available online anymore. So that's why you can use like Sage or Seabrook or another green if you have. I'm just going to lightly go over those and do the same up here. In the center a little bit. Okay, now if I need to go back over the flowers again, I can. If there's a little too much green, we can just go back over and make those flowers pop just a little bit more. Okay, so now here's the fun part. We're going to line up all of our thin cuts on, let me grab my machine first so we don't get too bumpy. There is my die cutting machine. And sorry, my throat is kind of funny today. And I'm just going to put it right there on the, I'm going to get everything prepped and ready. And then we can go ahead and get these done. So I have some little some masking tape, or I don't know what Close to My Heart calls it. I'm going to have to look. I can't remember. Just add that right on top to hold it down. And then we have this big one on the top. So we've used some of these already on the cards. Okay, put that across. And we did not use the small one. There's a flower, the leaf, other flower. Okay. Let's add these on. And I love that Close to My Heart added 2 of the leaves so we could cut them together. Here's the other one. If you do not have die cut machine, you can just fussy cut these. The stamp set is so easy to just fussy cut, as there's not any like January, there was some extra shapes that you couldn't really cut out, but this one you can totally just cut out all the images using your scissors. So this one is a good one. Okay, cross fingers, we have all the things. Let's carefully bring this over here. I'll run it through our machine. And the rest of it's pretty easy. Oops. All right. Let's pop these out. and I'll clean those up after. Put those off to the side. Okay. All right. I think we are good. All our little flowers, so I'm just going to set these up here for when we need them. We can put our die cutting machine away, and the rest is just a little distressing and some assembly. Okay, so first we want to take our mulberry cardstock, that is our base. Just move these extra pieces. And we are going to just add some of that Victorian velvet around the edges. I actually created this layout and then I did it after because it just needed a little something on the edges. So let's just go ahead and do that. And you guys helped me pick the title of this layout. Do you remember that? It's been a minute. I posted asking a day to remember or sweet memories, and you guys chose sweet memories because you thought that was a little bit more generic, so you could use for a lot of different photos. So that's why we're using that one today. You could use a day to remember, or you could create your own title. You do not have to use exactly what I did. I probably should have thought of that a little bit earlier and done like a custom like homecoming, because those were the pictures I'm going to add to this layout, our homecoming photos. Just finish. What kind of pictures are you going to put on your page? Let me know in the comments as we finish this up. One more side. All right, put those away. And we're going to start with our first page right here. Sweet memories. Okay, make sure everything, are we still good? Okay, I think so. All right, so we will need a strip of ink, some mist, the periwinkle, the zip strip, a larger piece of ink, some periwinkle pattern, and the icon pattern. So I think I'm going to, let's go ahead and tear the paper first. So I'm just like this first layout, we're just going to tear this cardstock across the top and then across this smaller piece too. Because my cardstock has a white core, so we get that really fun edge when we tear it. Kind of softens things up a little bit, adds some texture to our page. Oops, I don't like to do that. I try to keep one continuous tear. Are you guys just loving this collection? It's so pretty. And it's even better in person. So if you have it, let us know what you think about this collection. Is the Sweet Memories so much better in person? I love it. Okay, so now that we have that, let's add our icon pattern to the center, or it's not the center. It is at 2.5 inches down. So 1, 2.5. Right there. Then our smaller torn paper. And we're going to just scooch it right underneath there. You can have as much or little as you want peeking out. And we have our periwinkle right underneath there. And then our zip strip. And the zip strip is the top of the pattern paper. One side it tells you what papers are being used in the collection, so right here. And then the other side has a really fun decorative border that you can use in your project. So we use zip strips a lot on these projects today. Okay, and then the last one, have a backup. Is that one not gonna work either? All right, hold on. We're going to take a short break to change out our glue. Grab a snack, grab a drink, grab more glue, whatever you need. Short break. Okay, we are good to go again. There we go. So this is the Mono Air adhesive, and I was using Close to My Heart. So they're both similar. I like them both, so I have both sitting here on my desk. And I just use whichever I have. Okay. So now we can put our periwinkle. I use the light side. And it's about about 3 inches down. So kind of in the center. I would probably say about 1/4 or 1/2 inch from the top of this icon paper in the center. And then we have our mist right there. And let's add our photo. Here is our picture of my daughter and her cute friends. They were all friends going to homecoming together. It was super cute. They couldn't drive yet, so I was their chauffeur. So I got to experience homecoming with them. It was so super fun. So grab this frame that we use for the other layout. Oops. Oh, that could be bad. And we are going to just tuck it right here under the top. Okay. And now we have our smaller flower and one of the leaves. We're just going to add that kind of right there in this little cluster. And use some 3D foam on this little flower. Okay. And a sparkle. Where did I put my sparkles? Oh, there they are. Sparkle in the center. Okay, and now let's add our large one using some 3D foam as well. It's kind of fun to have a girl going to dances because you get more photos. When my son went to dances, I got maybe 2 pictures because he always picked up his date, and I'd ask him for photos and he'd send me like 2, and that's all I would get. So a lot more fun with a girl for sure. Okay, so we're just gonna put that kind of off to the side. And this Oops. Oh, I can't pick it up. Come on. This little leaf we're going to add to the side just to bulk this little flower arrangement up a little bit. And then I really didn't love this flower so much, so we're gonna add that one instead. Again, just to add a little bit more to that bunch. And I'm going to put it right on top of there using some 3D foam. And now we can add our little sparkles. Oh, are we gonna have enough sparkles? Might have to go raid. So there's 3 little sparkles right there. And then you can put your title. On here, we have a day to remember. We have sweet memories. You can do your own. And I think I am going to go ahead and do my own and maybe stamp out homecoming on there. So I'm going to leave that blank for now. So that is page number 1. And here is page number 2. Let's grab our mulberry piece. And little extra pieces. So we have the icon piece, the periwinkle, our zip strip. We have another periwinkle piece, some mist, some ledger paper, and our 2 mink. So let's go ahead and tear those. Yeah, the light side. I was like making sure I had the right side. I should go back and scrapbook my own dance photos. Has anybody done that? I don't think. I actually started scrapbooking in high school, so I think I have some done, but I'm not sure if I did them all. I know I didn't. I have like boxes of photos. I should just pull those out and see what I have in there and just start scrapbooking the ones I haven't done. Yeah, I started scrapbooking in high school back when we had like scrapbook stores and you just go and pick papers and stuff that you liked. Close My Heart's made it easy. Now I just pick it out online and it comes right to my door. So super easy now. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start assembling. So now I have no excuse not to get my photos scrapbooked, because when it comes straight to my door. Oh, and the cut above kits, have you guys tried those? The ones that are already pre-made and you just add your photos to, and you know, maybe a couple accessories. Those are really good too. So this is 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2.5 down. We'll add our mink. I like to design layouts too. That's, I think, the funnest part of my job, or a job if you want to call it, is taking the paper packet and the papers and or the stickers, sorry, the sticker sheet, and seeing what I can do with it. It's kind of a fun, it's like a puzzle almost. So if you, for those of you that like puzzles, it's kind of the same thing. Okay. And then we have our mink on the bottom. I'm super excited about next month. I will show you a sneak peek after this video. Come back and I will show you a sneak peek of what we're going to be creating next month. So good. It's spring and Easter. Okay, so we have our periwinkle. We're going to put right in the center of the icon, leaving about 1/2 inch on all sides. And then these photos are 3x4, so I didn't cut these down before, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And think right there. So I've had somebody ask me how I get my different sizes. I just cut I print 4x6s, and then I cut them down. So that way I just have a bigger size if I need it, or I can cut it down to a smaller size. I don't know. That's just how I do it. All right, so let's put Miss in the center in her cute little dress, and then we'll put this. This I'm going to use for journaling. So add the ledger paper. At first I put just a white piece of paper right there, like a piece of cardstock, and it just looked boring. So I'm like, oh, we have that really cute ledger paper. We can add it right there. We can journal on it. Super fun. So I'm gonna add these photos. I'm so excited to actually add photos this time. Hopefully I'll do that more of that instead of adding them while we're creating. So, all right, now we have our little bunch of flowers. We're going to use 3D foam. Add a couple of strips on there. All right. How you guys doing? Everybody doing okay? This one was super easy too. I thought anyway, just after we got the coloring done. Okay, so this little guy, we have one more leaf left. And I'm going to just tuck him under there just to add a little bit more to this cluster, just to spread those out a little bit, make them look bigger. And now we can add our sparkles, which I'm going to have to go find another one. I only have 2 left. I will find another one to finish that off. And there's a couple stickers we're going to add. So I have this one that has the date. I'm going to add some 3D foam to that. I need to go look up the date. I think it was in October, but I will look at my calendar. So I can write the date and put that right there. And then I'm going to have my daughter write what she wants to for her journaling of the day. And oh, we have the butterflies right here. Look how cute those are. And I'm going to add that right up here. Should add a little bit more color to that. And we still have a couple flowers and hearts and things like that if you want to add more, different title, all kinds of things. So, okay, there we go. There is page number 2. I just need to add my date and my journaling, and I'm going to add a title, and this page is done. If you would like to create these, I do have a workshop guide available. If you are one of my VIPs, I've sent you this workshop already. I send my workshop guide to my VIPs for free every month. If you place an order on my website, juliescott.closemyheart.com, I will send you this workshop guide for free. Or you can also just purchase the workshop guide. So if you already have your supplies and you just want the cutting dimensions and the instructions, the written instructions, how to put these together, I will put a link in the description of the video where you can just purchase the guide. So, all right, so we're done with this. Come back in a couple minutes and I will give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be creating in March. See you in a bit.